guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a glamorous makeup look and hair look. We have some races coming up in our area very soon, so I thought I would do a makeup look that you could do for the races, also a hair look, a little bit of inspiration for you. So let's just get straight into it. I have prepped my hair first and I've just used what do they call it? Vidal Sassoon Total Protection Ceramic Intense Hot Rollers. So I've only got really short hair, I've had it cut again, but I've just basically put them all around the crown sort of section because you just want some volume. I find that that's probably the easiest way to do your hair. If you've got short hair, just have some nice volume and then a sort of, yeah, a little bit of curl sort of into it. If you've got long hair, definitely go with an up style. Just basically curl all your hair, pull it to the side, and then just basically put a bobby pin in the bottom of each curl and then just twist it back on itself into that sort of button side thing. I think having your hair up during the day while you're at the races is probably a good idea because it is going to be a little bit warmer because you are out in the sun. Yeah, so let's just get straight into it. Now, all the products that I am using today are going to be easily accessible and can be purchased from either Target or Priceline or any other chemist. And also Kmart. So let's get straight into it. Prep my face first, and I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. We're looking for a nice matte base today because we want our makeup to last. We don't want to look hot and sweaty being out in the sun all day. So I'm going to prep my face first with the primer and then go in and do my eyes and then come back to my skin. So by that time your primer has, you know, sunk into your skin and has had plenty of time to prep your skin ready for foundation. On our eyes, I'm using Essence I Love Stage Eye Primer. And I'm just going to use my ring finger to blend that out. And I'm going to go right in underneath the bottom of my eye as well, where you put your concealer, to make that stay all day as well. The palette that I'm going to use today is the Maybelline The Nudes Eye Palette. Now I am going for a very simple eye makeup look today because I'm going to do two lip options. So one's going to be a nude lip and the other one's going to be a bright colour as well. So I kind of find that if you're going to an event during the day, I don't like to do too much of a smoky eye because I think it can look a little bit too intense. So we're going to do something really nice and natural with a winged liner to bring a little bit of definition to the eye. So I'm just going to start off with the cream colour here and put that all over the lid. I'm going to zoom you in so you can see nice and close. I'm going to use this colour here, which is a matte colour, matte sort of medium tone brown, and probably also just a touch of this sort of shimmery taupe. I find that if you're going to use a colour that's matte through the crease and you just want a little bit, add a little bit of intensity to it, is add a shimmer and a matte together, and yeah, it doesn't look like too shimmery or anything like that. And I'm just going to use a big fluffy crease brush and just run that through the crease. So when you're doing that, you sort of want to be looking straight ahead and going just above where your crease is. This just adds a bit of definition to the eye. And I'm just going to use the other end of that brush, which is sort of like a flat pointed brush, picking up those same two colours and just running them along the lower lash line. I'm just going with the fluffier end and just sort of blend that out. The lid colour, and I'm going to use sort of like the goldy shimmery colour and sort of the champagne shimmery colour, and I'm just going to pack that all over the mobile lid and also bring it around the inner tear duct as well. I'm just going to pick up a skinnier sort of domed pencil brush and just work a little bit more of a darker matte brown through that sort of crease area to add a little bit of definition. And I'm just going to go into this darker, it's not the darkest colour in the palette, but it's probably like the most mid-toned brown. And it's very cool toned, it's not warm toned. And just packing it right into that outer corner. and bring it across the crease. And just running it along the outside part of the lower lash line. Going back in with that first crease brush and just blend it out, just to make sure there's no harsh lines. And the first brush that we used, just going to go over that top part just to blend everything out. To line my upper tight line, and I'm using the Rimmel Soft Kohl Kajal eyeliner pencil in jet black. So this is just going to be the top tight line bit. Look really uncomfortable and it feels really weird, but it makes such a huge difference when you're doing like a little bit of wind liner along the top lash line, because you can't see any sort of skin or whiteness. To open the eyes up and add a little bit of brightness, I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in the nude and put that on the lower lash line, or lower waterline. Add a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to use the Australis Metallics eyeshadow, and this is in Guns and Rose Petals. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my finger and just sort of come around to that inner corner and across the lid. Bit of daytime sparkle. Just going to use the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Eyeliner in black, and I'm just going to do a very thin line across the top, and then I'm actually going to wing it out slightly, but I'm also going to add in just a little bit of smudging of black eyeshadow from the In the Nudes palette on an angled brush, just so that it's not too harsh, just nice and soft and smoky and smudgy. So I'm going to do one eye first and then use the eyeshadow, so I'm sort of blending it when it's still probably a little bit wet and tacky, and then I'll do the other eye. So just using angled eyeliner brush, black out of the In the Nudes palette. I don't know how much of that I missed while the camera decided to stop filming, and I'm just going to use a little bit of what's left over on the brush and just press it into the lower lash line in that outer corner. So you can see that it's really nice and smudged and hazy and soft. I'm going to use lots and lots of coats of mascara, and today I'm going to use my CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom because I know it doesn't smudge on me and it doesn't run. It's not waterproof, but yeah, it seems to work really, really well. So I probably put on maybe 2 or 3 coats. If you want to put lashes on, go for your life. I'm not going to worry about any lashes today. And because I don't actually have any from the drugstore, all of mine are Model Rock ones, which are quite cheap still too. So they're cheaper than what you'd normally buy them in the shops. But I just thought, lashes is one of those things that you can either put on or you can't put on. So yeah, I'm just going to skip that bit today. Our face is all ready for, what am I putting on my face? Foundation. And we want something that's going to last long, it's going to keep us matte, and I have found that the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation is just the best for keeping you looking matte and without having to do any touch-ups and stuff like that. So I'm going to go in with that on a Real Techniques, what are they called? Miracle Complexion Sponge. So that everything is going to last, I'm going to use a few cream products. So you notice I did not put too much foundation on. Really only put one really light layer on, and I think that that's enough. Once you add in your concealer, and we're going to have some cream highlight, some cream bronzer, and then we have all our powders over the top, it's just going to be too much if you have caked on so much foundation. So let's start off with some concealer first, and I'm going to use my NYX Dark Circle Concealer, and this is in the light. And just placing that right on that inner sort of corner and just patting it right where I need it. You'll probably find that you don't need it like all the way along. Up with my Rimmel Match Perfection 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter in Ivory, and also my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Sand. So just doing my normal concealer trick. So using the light one as a highlighter, and then just using my natural sort of skin tone coloured one just to go round and help blend so it's not too much of a stark look. And then I'm also going to just add a little bit of the lighter one just under my cheekbone, so when we put our what are we using? Yeah, when we put our bronzer and sort of contour on, it really helps pop the cheekbone. Just going to blend that all in with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. And just go over the top of those edges with my sponge. Right, I'm going to use my Australis Highlights Mineral Face Highlighter in Pearl. I'm just going to put that on the tops of my cheekbones and my Cupid's bow. So just here, and just sort of bring it up and around. Blend it all in with your finger. And just a touch on the end of my nose. With my ModelsPrefer Contour Collection contouring stick in contouring and just popping it just there and just around the hairline and touch down the nose, and just running under my jawline and under my lip. And I'm going to use an e.l.f. small stipple brush to blend that out. Going over the top with my sponge, and just going to turn it around and use the pointy side to go in underneath my eyes to make sure that just before we're about to set that cream or concealer under our eyes, we want to make sure that there is no fine lines or it's all sort of blended out, because if you go and set it while it's creased, it's going to stay creased. My ModelsPrefer Ultimate Highlighting and Contouring Kit, that one, and using the yellow and the skin coloured shade, and just using it on my actual wet sponge and just pressing those two colours underneath my eyes. And then I normally just go in with fluffy brush and just make sure that that eyeshadow we put under there, there's no like harsh lines, it's all nicely blended out. Right, we might set the rest of our face, and I'm going to use my Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder in darkest brown, and I'm going to use my sponge again, then a powder brush. It's a little trick that, you know, it helps melt the product in, you're not picking up so much product as well. Just looks really, really nice. So I always put my powder on and then I put my bronzer and contour over the top, because it's, you know, got some powder on top to help blend it out. So just going to go back into that ModelsPrefer contour kit, and I'm going to pick up the very first shade on a stippling brush and tap off most of the excess. Now this is the bronzing side of things that I'm doing first, so I'm doing a really big motion and coming down around the jawline, down the neck with whatever's left over on the brush, tap off again, nice and really hazed out. Just along the hairline, make sure you go right up into the hairline. Zoeva Luxe Face Paintbrush, and I'm going to pick up the middle shade in the middle, with middle shade, contour shade, and because it's a bit more of the cool toned one, and I'm going to use that to contour. And just in the excess, pop around. The stippling brush and pick up the highlighter out of that palette. Whoa, kicked up a lot of dust. And just pop it over where we highlight. So you've got a bit of glow without it being in your face glow for daytime. Daytime glow. Blush today, I'm going to use two of the Essence blushes. We've got Kissable and Natural Beauty, and I'm going to blend those two together. Just so you got a little bit of colour, but it's still quite natural looking. So just pop my brush into both, tap off the excess, and just wedge those two colours in between your contour slash bronzer and the highlight. And just pop a little bit of your eyebrows. I always tend to go a little bit lighter on the blush until I've done my lipstick, and then I can see whether I need to add a little bit more. What is missing from my face? I look nude. I need some brows, people. So I'm just going to use my Revlon Color Stay Eyebrow Liner, waterproof, good for hot days. And I have got blonde and dark brown. So just going to brush through the brows first with the spoolie end. So we can't even see them. And just fill them in. I'm always so envious of people who've got beautiful long, well not long, but beautifully full brows. Don't have to fill them in every single day. I really would like to get my brows tattooed. I think that's something I might save up for. Right, so there's one brow done with the blonde colour, and then I'm just going to go in with the dark brown and actually just draw in some hairs. So just starting sort of halfway along, just a light touch, and then slowly coming towards the front part of my brow. And then it's a trick I just learned, sort of bring the brush, the pencil back through the brow, and then flip it over to the spoolie and brush through the product to distribute it. And we've got one perfect brow. And then I'm just going to set that brow with my Maybelline Brow Drama in dark brown. And same thing, start halfway through, come back through the front, and just run it through. And then I just go back in with the spoolie again and distribute that product. Sometimes the product washes it away, so just go back in and fill in any spots. Use that same pencil brush that we used through the crease, just wipe off the dark colour and pick up the two light colours from here and go back over my inner quarter. And just a touch just under the top of the brow bone. And then I usually just get in with my finger just to blend it out. Brows are on. So what I'm going to do is my hot rollers are nice and cooled now. And I did also prep my hair with heat protectant spray. Now before I put the hot rollers in, I threw in some of the Tresemme Heat Tamer protective spray to protect your hair from the heat so you don't damage it. Some hairspray and some hair products, so just going to add a little bit of volume. So just using a tail comb and just teasing around the edges and the crown. And popping in a little bit of my Schwarzkopf Instant Volume Powder. Never see how much I put in the back there, so I guess I just guess, and then once I realise how much I've got, I'm like, holy crap, put a bit too much in. And then just spraying it in with my Tresemme Perfectly Undone Ultra Brushable Hairspray. Let's put some lip colours on. So the first lip colour I've got, easy for people who don't like to wear lipstick as such and are a bit more of a gloss person. So I'm going to line my lips first with the Essence in the Nude Lip Liner. And just fill my lips in with that lip liner as well. And the gloss that I'm just going to use over the top is the Rimmel Oh My Gloss in Snog. There's a word I haven't used or heard for a very long time. So that's the first look. What am I missing? I know what I'm missing. 2 seconds. Can't go the races without a fascinator. This is from Forever New. I don't know which way to put it. I think I might put it the other way because I've got more hair on this side of my head. That's better. So just going to pop my hair in between my ear. There. Now I'm totally a bright lip girl, so I thought for the other people out there who also like bright lips, I'm going to give you a bright lip option, and it's going to be a long wear option as well. So let's take the gloss off first. So going to go in first with my Rimmel Exaggerate Full Colour Lip Liner in East End Snob. I'm going to go in with my Rimmel, what is this, Provocalips 16-hour Kiss Proof Lip Colour in Little Minx. It's a nice bright pink. Gonna wait for that to dry. So now would be the time when I've got that lip colour on, I'd be like, okay, do I need to add some more colour to my cheeks? And I think yes. So I'm going to grab that Kissable lip blush from e.l.f. and just add a touch more just on the front apples of my cheeks. Now this lip stuff has got like a step 2, which is the Lock and Shine. I find I just dab it on rather than actually swiping it on, because then it just sort of tends to keep the lipstick where it should be, on your lips and not on your teeth or anywhere else. So just going to have a bit of a play with my hair. Going to pull that fringe part down a bit further. Now, final thing, some Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz. And we're done. Let's go to the races. Yay! I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you are going to have a great time at the races this weekend for all my local girls. And thumbs up and leave me a comment below saying racing season, if you'd like to see another makeup tutorial and hair tutorial for the races coming up to like Derby Day and Melbourne Cup. And I've got some weird hair happening here. What's going on? Yeah, and send me some pictures on Facebook or on Instagram of your beautiful outfits for the races. I'm working makeup artist life, so yeah, I can't wait to see all your outfits. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye, guys.